Hello, this is Shankar, and in this video I'm going to talk about the planet Mars. It is the most important planet. Here I'm also going to explain you how Mars is important and how it should be seen today in the current situation today, as in our country, as in a situation, as in Kali Yuga, and what you call Desh Kal Patra, how Mars should be seen. Now what I'm going to talk is about debilitated Mars. Now in our old Vedic astrology, in the books, it is said that debilitated Mars is negative. Now let us understand what Mars tells you about. Mars is about courage, Mars is a general, Mars is about war, Mars is also about accidents and other things, but main thing, it is Mars is courage, Mars is a general, and Mars is your guts. So these are three very important things. It likes to follow rules. It's the commander-in-chief of the sun. It follows the command of the king. And so it is a righteous planet. It is Mangal. So it is a righteous planet which is for the war, obeys the command of the sun and follows the orders. That is what Mars is all about. Now, what happens when Mars becomes debilitated? This is my today's this thing is going to be about debilitation of Mars. When Mars becomes debilitated, it is like a soldier. A general is put into a room where there are ladies, there is food to serve, there is kitchen, you have to cook. So when एक जनरल को आपने ऐसी जगह किचन में डाल दिया जहां उसको खाना बनाना है, औरतों के साथ रहना है, what will that Mars do? If it is in the kitchen, what it will do, or it is with ladies, what it will do? That general becomes a man who becomes tricky. He starts manipulating, he starts becoming a small general in that particular active in the house itself, within the kitchen, within the house, with the ladies. He starts scheming, he starts manipulating, his nature changes and he becomes a scheming, manipulative person, but at heart, he is a general. He has that knowledge of the general, but becomes scheming and manipulative when it is in a house with ladies, with food, and things to that effect. So a debilitated Mars का भी हालत इस तरह ही है. A debilitated Mars is a general with ladies and cooking and doing other things. So what happens to a debilitated Mars then? A debilitated Mars in this situation becomes a planet which is scheming, which is manipulative, which has the guts, which knows how to pounce when it is required. Like it may not go after ladies all the time, but if the situation is right, if the things are right, the general may say, let me go and have a relationship. So it starts scheming, manipulating, starts finding small shortcuts, patli gali, what you call in Hindi, and starts doing all those things. Now such a debilitated Mars in today's world, in the present world, it is good. Let us understand this. A debilitated Mars cannot be condemned. A debilitated Mars may not be good for his kartatva and other things, but a debilitated Mars cannot be condemned, because the most important thing today, our major value is how much money you have. So if you have to earn money, you have to rise. Today, you have to be scheming, you have to be manipulative, you should know how to do shortcuts, you are smart, you work smartly. Today the word smart is very important. You work smartly, you operate smartly, you do whatever you want to do. So that is what the Mars then tells you to do. And in such a case, a debilitated Mars, which has this tendency which I have explained, becomes a very important planet in making you to rise. Therefore, in today's setup, the debilitated Mars is not negative. It may add to your whole ambition of coming up in the world in today's Desh Kal Patra and making you perhaps more successful. So a Mars debilitated is in Cancer. A debilitated Mars is not negative. Don't rubbish it. It can actually help a native to climb up and become more richer and better. So this is what my video was on debilitated Mars. If you want to understand more about Mars, read my books, go to my site and subscribe to my channel. So this is for it now today. Thank you very much.